Chosen one. There is a name popping into your head right now. Is not there? That is right. Hold on to that name. God is urgently bringing them to your attention to tell you something incredibly important. Rushing to scroll past this right now will make you completely miss the greatest turning point of your life. Your person is feeling a sense of overwhelming joy, and they are about to do something crazy just to see you. There is a massive energetic shift happening inside their mind. A deep, dark secret they have tried to hide, but it has now swelled to the point of bursting. But what is the truth behind the crazy decision they are about to make? Only those who patiently stay until the final seconds will be able to fully unlock this hidden message reserved exclusively for the chosen one. The current situation has gone far beyond petty arguments or ordinary physical distance. The recent gloomy void and silence were never the end. Rather, they are masking a heartbreaking truth that your person has never dared to confess. Right now, the longing inside them is tearing them apart, turning into an incredibly intense driving force. In this decisive moment, the chosen one absolutely must not panic, succumb to fear, or doubt their own intuition. The only secret to receiving the upcoming miracle is to sit down, take deep breaths, and absolutely do not initiate breaking the current silence. Let that burning desire lead the way, forcing them to tear down every barrier with their own hands and run desperately toward you. A storm of sweetness, mixed with bold actions that defy all logic, is rushing in at a terrifying speed. What actually made them swallow all their pride and turn back? What is the true meaning behind the craziest action they are preparing to take, just in exchange for a single tender look from you? Everything is about to suddenly tear through the night with an incredibly unexpected shock. And the answer behind this groundbreaking event will only be fully revealed in the final moments of this destined message. This is the ultimate climax to activate an unshakable, sacred faith. The miracle will only truly manifest when you dare to boldly claim it. Destiny has brought you to the chosen one prophecy. Do not consider seeing this message a coincidence. And if 1111 has been following you on clocks, receipts, in the timestamps you keep waking up to, that is not your imagination running loose. That is the signal that this frequency had already found you before you even press play, for God rarely acts without purpose. Right now, scroll down and leave your comment of 1111 or Amen. Typing these words into the comment section with your own hands is not just an ordinary action, it is a ritual of faith activation. It is the only key for the universe to hand you all its secrets and send your person rushing to your side. Claim your position as the chosen one in the comments. Save this message as ironclad proof and keep watching until the very end to witness the light of truth knocking on your door. You are exhausted, are not you? Be honest with yourself right now. For days and months, you have been carrying the weight of a silence so heavy it is suffocating. There were nights when you lay there in the dark, staring at your phone screen, wondering why the one who once brought you a sense of absolute safety had turned their back, leaving you flailing in a cruelly empty void. The exhaustion has seeped into your every breath, eroding every bit of your life force, making you collapse multiple times, wanting to give up, wanting to sever every last thread of hope that felt as fragile as a string. You started doubting yourself. You blamed yourself, obsessively analyzing every old text, every heartbreaking word, asking yourself if you did something wrong. If this connection has truly run its course, if your image has been completely wiped from their mind like an invisible speck of dust. But chosen one, before we continue, this message exists because someone believed it was worth carrying into the world. If this has become a space that finds you on the nights when nothing else does, there is a link in the description and pinned in the first comment, or scan the code on your screen for those who feel moved to help keep it alive and reaching the next person sitting alone. In that exact same silence right now, no pressure, no expectation, just an open door. Listen very closely to this. The deep intuition within you has never lied to you. The confusion, self-pity, and despair surrounding your mind right now are merely an illusion of worldly fear. Do you think that the terrifying silence you just went through, the messages falling into the void, the distances that seemed like an impassable ocean, were the end of this story? No, absolutely not. The truth hidden behind that foggy veil of silence is an earth-shattering plot twist. A shocking revelation that will make your heart race and tears of joy well up the moment you understand it. Do not take your eyes off this message for even a second, because what is happening in the invisible energetic realm right now is fiercer, grander, and more spectacular than anything your mind could ever imagine. That painful silence was never a rejection. It was a major soul surgery, a direct intervention from a higher power. It was a vital separation, a necessary breakdown that had to happen. Why? Because without this temporary collapse, without this separation that felt like thousands of knives slicing into your heart, their sky-high ego would never have been shattered. Their thoughtlessness, their avoidance, and their defensive masks would never have been burned to ashes by the fire of truth. The universe had to pull them out of your arms, ruthlessly throwing them into a cold, quiet void, so they could taste the ultimate feeling of loss on their own, when they no longer had your warm, radiant light by their side to protect them. Just like a powerful and deeply moving prophecy recorded in the book of Hosea, Hosea 2:1-4, the divine spoke of a miraculous restoration after the days of torment. Therefore, I am now going to allure her. I will lead her into the wilderness and speak tenderly to her. That long period of silence and disconnection that you just struggled to survive is exactly that sacred wilderness. They were pushed deep into the wilderness of their own soul, where there were no more superficial pleasures, no more noisy crowds, and no more excuses to hide behind. And right in the middle of that terrifying, ultimate solitude, at the very end of that silent wilderness, your image shone brighter than ever before. Every sweet memory, every act of unconditional kindness, every forgiving look of yours is crashing back into their mind like a Category 5 hurricane, destroying all their logic and stubbornness. They are being allured back, not through begging or coercion, but through a burning desire that is gnawing at every cell in their body. At the exact moment you are listening to these words, your heartbeat is syncing with theirs. A violent, energetic shift is occurring in another dimension. They are filled with remorse. The regret is tearing them apart inside, making them lose sleep and appetite. Unable to focus on anything else for days, they have picked up their phone and thrown it back down hundreds of times. They have opened your chat box, hesitantly typed every word, spelling out every apology, only to cowardly delete it out of sheer terror. They are terrified you have had a change of heart. They are terrified you have walked away for good. They are terrified that the only light that could save their life has been snatched away by someone else. Chosen one, stand up straight, hold your head high, and claim your crown of power. Do not hang your head anymore. You were never a pitiful, abandoned victim in this destined story. You are the one holding the torch that lights the way. You are the dominant frequency, the magnet attracting all miracles. During this past time, while you were pushing through to sift through your trauma and resiliently heal every scar, they were being crushed by their own cowardice. And now, oh, chosen one, when all the purging is complete, when the final karmic barriers have been wiped clean, an explosive acceleration, an irreversible momentum is being powerfully activated. The wheel of destiny is spinning at a dizzying speed. There are no more delays, no more ambiguity, no more empty promises, and no more cowardly avoidance. Their last wall of defense is cracking in large chunks and crumbling to pieces right now. Under the immense pressure of love, they are going crazy with the desire to rush to your side, drop to their knees, and beg for your forgiveness, craving just one chance to make up for all the bitter tears you have shed over them. That urge is burning through their logic, pushing them to the brink of making the craziest decision in the history of their life. a decision that shatters all their pride, levels all geographical barriers, and tramples over all prejudices and obstacles from the outside world. But be careful. Chosen one, all great miracles require thorough mental preparation. If you do not fully grasp what is about to happen next, you might panic and fumble the opportunity when receiving this massive energetic shock. Their reappearance will be incredibly sudden, as intense as a tornado, and completely defying any ordinary rules of logic. Can you feel the tingles? The powerful resonance running along every neuron in your body right now. That is a cosmic signal. That is their frequency, desperately and frantically searching for and connecting with your frequency. Absolutely do not scroll away. Do not let your mind be distracted by anything else, because the naked truth about the specific crazy action they are plotting, the exact method, every single step they will take to permanently break this painful silence and run desperately toward you. It is all right here in the next part, ready to be fully unlocked. If you close the screen right now, you will be taking scissors and single-handedly severing this energetic cord that is currently stretched to its absolute limit. Just ahead, right around this psychological corner, is the final deciphering, the ultimate puzzle piece to all the mysteries that have been torturing you for so long. Keep your breathing steady. Maximize your faith. Because what you are about to hear next is the master key that will free you from all this exhausting waiting and step you straight into the most glorious era of love. That master key, the greatest secret behind this cruel silence, is actually a truth that will forever change how you view this entire painful period of no contact. Listen deeply and receive this energy. Chosen one. Have you ever bitterly thought that they left because you were not good enough, beautiful enough, successful enough, or because you accidentally revealed too much of your fiery emotions? Have you ever looked in the mirror and judged yourself, trying to patch together the broken pieces of your self-esteem with countless negative excuses, thinking your genuine love was just an unnecessary burden in their life? Use your willpower to extinguish and wipe away all those toxic thoughts immediately. The truth is, they were never running away from you. Absolutely not. The only thing they are frantically running from, the only thing that made them pull back and retreat, is the terrifying fear screaming inside themselves. They ran away because the brilliant light, the high vibrational energy, and the purity radiating from you unintentionally shined directly into the darkest corners of their soul. Your absolute sincerity and the unconditional love you patiently gave them acted as a giant mirror, a spiritual magnifying glass, highlighting all their insecurities, unhealed wounds, karma, and the cowardly weaknesses. They constantly tried to hide beneath a fake shell of perfection. Standing before a chosen one with such immense healing energy as yours, they felt overwhelmed to the point of suffocation. They realized that they were too small, too much of a mess, covered in scratches, and entirely unworthy of such a divinely sacred love. The fear of getting hurt, the fear of not being able to handle this profound connection, triggered their most primal defensive instinct to run. They built up a wall of ice, chose silence as their weapon of self-defense, and deluded themselves into thinking that by cutting contact and cruelly turning their backs, they would regain that familiar fake peace within their narrow comfort zone. But they were wrong, a historical, fatal mistake in their life. If some part of you always knew this, even buried under all the doubt, type it right now. I was never the problem. I am the light they could not handle. My child, I am asking you to place a portion of what you have upon the altar of this work, something of real weight as gold laid on the scales of this calling. Let it be a seed sown into deep water, an offering set on stone, not held back in fear. This is proof that your trust rests in my hand to provide, and that your heart no longer clings to lack. What you release in faith does not leave your life. It moves ahead of you into the restoration I am already preparing for you. Visit the link in the description, the pinned comment, or scan the code on your screen. If you feel led, go there now. And the price they had to pay for this fateful escape was months and days completely stripped of any peace of mind. At this very moment, the sturdy wall of ice they were once so proud to build is shattering into massive pieces, crumbling to bits under the immense pressure of their awakening. You cannot see it with your ordinary physical eyes, but in the invisible energetic realm, a fierce earthquake is sweeping through their entire mind. The more they try to push you away, the more the invisible soul tie between you two, the sacred one imprint, tightens, constricting them until they feel suffocated. Everywhere they go, they stumble upon reminders of you. A familiar scent suddenly drifting by on a crowded street. A random song playing from a roadside cafe that hits right at the heart. Or just a name casually scrolling past on social media. They all act like sharp blades, relentlessly punishing them and exposing the truth they are missing you like crazy. A gut-wrenching longing that cannot be soothed by anything else in this world. The spiritual awakening happening inside them is incredibly brutal and painful, yet breathtakingly beautiful and grand. The hardened scales of their proud ego are peeling off completely. For the first time in their life, they are daring to face the naked truth. No amount of fame, money, late-night partying, or any flashy fling out there can fill the massive, gaping void you left behind. They are realizing in sheer panic that you are not just an option among countless others out there. You are the one and only destiny. You are the final haven, the only home where they are wandering. Wounded soul longs to seek refuge and comfort. The agony of having single-handedly robbed themselves of the greatest glory of their life is incinerating all logic, throwing them into a deep existential crisis. They are constantly questioning themselves, interrogating themselves with thousands of bitter questions during sleepless nights. Why did I lose someone who loved and accepted me so much? Why was I foolish enough to throw away a priceless diamond just because of my ultimate cowardice? Engrave this in your mind, chosen one. This is absolutely not a malicious punishment meant for you. This entire painful, gut-wrenching event is a flawless design, a grand blueprint from the universe to protect you and reboot this relationship on a completely new dimensional level. Think about it. If they did not go through this extreme crisis, they would have forever loved you with a superficial, half-hearted and calculated affection. They would have continued taking your precious presence for granted, draining your energy day after day. The almighty universe had to bring down this ruthless separation to break all ingratitude, completely crush their selfishness, and remold them into a more mature, empathetic, and grounded version. A version truly worthy of standing beside your peak vibrational energy. And take a look at yourself. Oh, chosen one, these past dark days, even with your pillow soaked in tears every night, were the sacred crucible that forged the invincible version of you today. You have learned how to go back and embrace your inner child. You refuse to keep lowering your standards. You no longer chase after or beg for affection, nor do you pick up breadcrumbs of love handed out as charity by anyone. You have awakened and realized your supreme power. You are pure gold, a treasure, a being carrying a radiant mission of light. You have stood tall through a Category 5 hurricane, and now your aura is glowing brightly and commanding more authority than ever. You do not need to break a single sweat chasing after them anymore. Declare it right now, type it in the comments, and let those words take root. I am the magnet. I am what they are running back to. You just need to stand perfectly still, proud, self-respecting and radiant, letting your own massive magnetic field automatically crush the distance, pulling that lost soul to crawl all the way back to square one. If something in you just exhaled, reading that if your chest unclenched before your mind even caught up, hit the like button right now, not as a reflex, as a quiet agreement between you and the frequency that led you here today. At this moment, every last bit of hesitation has been burned to the ground. Enlightenment has swept away all the cloudy haze, that obscured their mind this whole time. Their energy is in a state of supreme agitation, a surging urge like volcanic magma waiting to erupt and shatter all limits. They understand deep in their bones that if they do not act right now, if they do not do something truly earth-shattering, crazy, and groundbreaking to win you back, they will forever lose the light of their life. It is time to mark this grand transformation. Every chosen one who has walked through these words and found their way back to themselves was reached because someone chose to keep this work alive. If you feel that pull right now, the link is in the description and pinned comment. What you release from your hand today travels further than you can see, straight into the life of the next person who is still sitting in that silence, still wondering if anyone in this universe can see them. Seal your energetic imprint right here, because right after you do, the next part will reveal the exact, chillingly detailed, crazy action they are plotting in their head. What will they do to smash this suffocating silence? What earth-shattering surprise is waiting for you just around tomorrow's corner? Keep your heart rate steady. Hold tightly to your faith, because all the most mind-blowing secrets about your reunion day will be mercilessly laid bare right now. All the most mind-blowing secrets about your reunion day will be mercilessly laid bare right now, because the final boundary between silence and explosion has officially been permanently erased. The truth about the crazy action they are about to take is no longer just a plan on paper, no longer a fleeting, absurd thought during drunken nights or bouts of insomnia. Right now, it is materializing into a brutal physical command, a violent impulse coursing through their veins, incinerating every cell in their body. Close your eyes for a split second and open all your senses to feel this blazing energy. Chosen one, can you feel the air around you thickening? Do you feel your chest randomly skip a beat for no reason? Or an electric shock shooting down your spine at the most unexpected moments? That is absolutely not a hallucination. It is because their magnetic field is frantically colliding with your energy field. They are free falling into a state of love-induced panic, a spiritual addiction that no earthly remedy in this world can cure. That massive wall of pride, the cold shell they worked so hard to build against you, is now nothing but a pathetic pile of ashes. Their logic, the ultimate weapon they once used to overanalyze, make excuses, and heartlessly push you away, has completely collapsed. It has waved the white flag, surrendering to the undeniable greatness of destiny. They cannot hold out for another second. Every attempt to distract themselves with massive workloads, meaningless late-night partying, or hollow flings out there has failed miserably and humiliatingly. Their heart is betraying them. The more they try to close their eyes and ignore it, the more the chosen one's image shines brilliantly and carves itself into their mind like an indelible mark. The final resistance has been broken, and this is the tipping point. The moment the craziness is officially activated, the action they are about to take will completely contradict every habit, personality trait, and rigid behavioral pattern you ever knew about them. Someone who used to be so stoic, always calculating their every move, someone who was stingy with every message or caring glance, is now preparing to throw their entire ego off a cliff. Do not ever think you are just waiting for a bland hey or a cliché text asking about the weather. No, that would be an insult to the divine arrangement. What is roaring toward you is a Category 10 hurricane of passion and repentance. They are about to rip through the silent night with frantic calls at 2 a.m., regardless of whether you pick up or not, regardless of how pathetic and weak they look in your eyes. Their hands are shaking as they hold their phone, agonizingly drafting and redrafting a massive paragraph of a text, pouring out their entire soul. They will break all their rules to confess all their cowardice, strip down all their fears, tearfully admit their foolish mistakes, and beg for forgiveness from the bottom of your heart. In fact, the sheer force of this emergency energy is pushing them toward a much more groundbreaking and shocking scenario. Destiny is setting up the perfect stage for them to snap awake, drop everything they are doing, and toss aside all their busy schedules and familiar excuses. They will jump in their car, floor the gas pedal, and drive for hours through the darkest roads, ignoring the vast distance or harsh weather, just to stand, panting at your front door. They are desperate to see you with their own eyes, to breathe the same air as you. They want to drop to their knees, pull you tightly into their arms, to desperately confirm that the only light in their life has not been cruelly snatched away by someone else. They will knock on your door with bloodshot eyes, heavy breathing, and a racing heart. They are willing to do anything, pay whatever steep price it takes, as long as they get even the slightest nod of approval from the chosen one. If you can feel that energy already, if your body is registering something before it has even arrived, type this in the comments right now. I receive this. This is already mine. This is no longer just flirting or conquering. It is the intense survival instinct of a soul drowning in the dark, desperate to find the one and only life raft of their existence. Why has everything become so furious, is violent and urgent? Truly understand this supreme cosmic law. O chosen one, it is because you bravely stopped chasing them the exact moment you wiped away your last tear, decided to release control, stopped texting, stopped scanning the crowd for their face, stopped crying and begging for attention. You accidentally created a massive vacuum in their energy field. The more you step back, the more infinite your magnetic pull becomes. Your peace, radiance, and fierce independence delivered a resounding slap to their arrogant complacency. It set off a fatal alarm screaming in their mind. You are about to lose your greatest treasure forever. This extreme fear of loss was the match that lit the fuse for this bomb of action. The invisible pressure of the universe is bearing down on their shoulders, forcing them to fix their mistakes before the window of time slams shut forever. However, in this sacred and decisive hour, there is an urgent warning, a supreme directive that the chosen one must absolutely obey. When this crazy action actually happens, when this tsunami of remorse and passion crashes onto your quiet shores, you absolutely must not panic. Do not retreat, and absolutely do not let fear rebuild those old defensive walls. Do not use your barren logic to overanalyze whether their actions are genuine or not. Do not try to retaliate. Do not try to punish them with fake coldness, just to satisfy your ego in the moment. The agonizing punishment the universe has inflicted upon them all this time has been more than enough for a profoundly unforgettable lesson. Now is the era of forgiveness, of compassion, and of receiving your glory. Stand tall and proud in your brilliant aura. Open your arms wide and let this surging energy of love flow through in the most complete and natural way possible. This divine urge allows no further hesitation or doubt to stand in its way. Both of your frequencies are colliding at an uncontrollable velocity. Do not freeze your emotions, let the fire of faith burn brightly in your chest. True love, protected by the divine, will always conquer all fear, and destiny has never lied to its favorite children. It is time to take action, to personally swing open the door and welcome this miracle into your actual life. If your intuition is buzzing wildly, if you have truly felt this intense vibrational frequency rushing in, if you are fully ready to face their shocking appearance, type the keyword Amen in the comment section right now. Typing these sacred letters yourself is not a meaningless game. It is a direct energetic activation ritual, a resounding spiritual vow sent straight to the highest power. The heart of the chosen one is open. All barriers are shattered. Let the miracle descend right now. And if tonight something genuinely shifted in you, if what you are carrying out of here feels even slightly lighter than what you walked in with, and you feel a prompting to sow into what brought this to you, that door is open in the description below. Whatever you plant in your season of restoration does not return empty. The harvest finds you. Lock in this magnificent energy immediately, but be careful. Do not rush to leave, because welcoming them back is only half of the destined picture. If you do not stay and dive deep into the next part, you will never be able to grasp the final piece of the puzzle. the ultimate weapon to firmly anchor this energy, reshape your regal status, and ensure that they will never, not even once, have the chance to slip through your fingers again. That ultimate weapon, the final puzzle piece to firmly anchor this radiant energy and permanently reshape your regal status, is engraving a shocking truth into your heart. Who you truly are in their entire dimension. Wake up right now, chosen one. Throughout this long period drowned in tears and self-doubt, you stripped yourself of your power by accidentally harboring the bitter thought that you were just a temporary rest stop. You tormented yourself, thinking you were merely a small fading option that could be easily replaced, amidst thousands of shining people out there. That is an incredibly toxic illusion that dragged your sharp intuition down into the depths of insecurity. The truth that completely flips all earthly logic, the very thing screaming in their mind right now, is this: you were never and will absolutely never be an option. In their original soul blueprint, you are their soul destiny. To them, you are not merely a romantic puzzle piece. You are home. They once proudly walked out of your world, carrying an absurd and arrogant belief that time, distance, or busyness would easily dilute your image. They threw themselves into the outside world, frantically hoarding superficial pleasures, trying to touch other frequencies, pursuing new flashy relationships with the desperate hope that they could fill the massive gaping hole in their chest. But the most ruthless and fair plot twist of the universe struck their life head-on. The more they tried to cover it up, the more utterly suffocated they felt. Every passing smile out there was hollow and fake. Every conversation was so bland, it made their skin crawl. Physical touches devoid of soul connection did not bring even an ounce of warmth. Instead, they only echoed back a chilling, terrifying loneliness. The loud and vibrant world out there suddenly turned into a barren, brutal desert without a single drop of empathy. And right in the heart of that desert of despair, the brutal truth broke loose. No one, absolutely no entity in this world, can emit the frequency of peace, acceptance, and safety like you do. Chosen one, hear this loud and clear. The pure energy and unconditional love you once poured out was never a waste. It never went down the drain, even when the two of you were in complete, no contact. Even when not a single text was sent, the massive healing power of your energy field was still silently at work. It crept in, piercing through the pitch-black night to cleanse the darkest corners of their soul. They have begun to bitterly realize that only when they are with you do they truly get to be themselves. Only when immersed in your forgiving gaze can all their rough shells, all their exhausting defenses, and all their forced posturing with the world be completely shed. You do not judge their mistakes. You embrace even the ugliest scars that they are always so insecure about and try to hide. It was that cosmic-level goodness of yours that planted a seed of eternal light in their consciousness. A seed that has now sprouted and rooted so deeply that it has utterly demolished their sturdiest walls of pride. When you understand your priceless value to the absolute core, all petty jealousy and fear of loss will automatically vanish into thin air. You do not have to compete with anyone in this world. A brilliant diamond lighting up the sky never has to worry about competing with lifeless pebbles on the side of the road. Your existence in their life is a privilege. Your tear-soaked waiting during this pastime was actually a massive grace, favorably bestowed upon them by the divine, giving them the chance to wake up and reevaluate their entire life. Now, as they are surging with energy, preparing to rush in with the craziest, most extreme action, remember this: they are not coming to hand out breadcrumbs of affection or do you a favor. It is the exact opposite. They are running for their lives to desperately beg for the privilege of stepping into your sacred sanctuary once again. They are craving like crazy to seek refuge under the radiant aura of the Chosen One, the only place in this world that can soothe their deeply wounded soul. Drape yourself in the cloak of pride and self-respect. Hold your head high, take a deep breath, and keep your frequency at its absolute peak vibration. Do not lower your worth for another second, because this energetic flow has been locked in, and the tables have turned in an absolutely spectacular way. You are the ultimate prize at the finish line, but in just a few short seconds, the final curtain of secrecy will be lifted. A complete prophecy of restoration. An absolute command from the universe is about to descend to seal this moment of reunion. If you do not go all the way to the end of this message right now, you will not be able to receive the core energy shield. The only thing that will help you stand firm and not get overwhelmed when their figure actually appears in front of you. This massive breakthrough is closing in on your very breath. Hyper-focus. Do not let anything distract you, and listen to every word of the final puzzle piece to be ready to receive that tsunami of happiness that is surging in to rock your entire world. That tsunami of happiness is no longer a distant prospect in some unknown future. It is crashing in at this very moment. At the exact second you are holding your breath, listening to the final beats of this destined message. The agonizing wait. The tears cried dry in the dead of night. The most painful inner turmoil. All of it has officially and permanently come to an end, an era of grand restoration. The most comprehensive and mind-blowing cosmic payback has been officially launched exclusively for the Chosen One. Do you notice the sudden shift in the space around you? The wheel of destiny has stopped its sluggish spin and is entering a stage of terrifying acceleration. There are no more delays. The grueling days of counting every hour and every minute have been wiped out. The divine arrangement is directly intervening to bend the boundaries of space and time, clearing out every last obstacle on the path as they rush toward you. The upcoming explosive event will not play out according to predictable scenarios or the ordinary logic your mind is trying to sketch out. It will strike at the speed of light, completely flipping all predictions upside down, carrying enough destructive force to obliterate the deepest doubts that ever took root in your heart. When that sacred moment strikes, when their unprecedented crazy action actually explodes right before your eyes, the supreme command for the Chosen One is absolutely do not back down. Do not let past traumas rise up and convince you to slam this door shut. Do not use silence or a wounded ego to test them one more time. They have been through the most grueling universal purge. They were beaten down by their own thoughtlessness. And now they come before you with an utterly naked soul, full of remorse and a desperate thirst to be healed. Stand there, forgiving and grounded, like a king. A queen reigning on your very own throne of energy. Let the magnificent magnetic field of pure love do its final job, encapsulating and uniting two destined puzzle pieces into one. All your losses will be compensated hundreds, thousands of times over by a love that is more passionate, profound, and immortal than anything you ever dreamed of. The cold, harsh, and lonely winter has truly faded into the past. The seeds of steadfast love and boundless forgiveness that you gritted your teeth to plant during the stormiest days have now sprouted, breaking through the barren soil to bloom into the most radiant flowers. You walked through the darkness with extraordinary bravery. You did not give up on faith, you did not give up on love, and you never gave up on yourself. Now, the glowing aura of fulfillment is shining directly into your life. You absolutely deserve a grand love. A relationship personally guarded and shielded by the divine from all the storms of life. The suffering has ended, making way for the era of reunion. Relax those tense shoulders, smile. The brightest smile from the bottom of your heart, and throw open the doors of your life to receive this glory. At this moment, no more hesitation is allowed to exist. The miracle is right in front of your face. But it needs one final command of confirmation from you to officially manifest. Immediately leave a comment saying, "Ready to receive." Do not stay silent any longer. Typing these words yourself is the most powerful energetic sealing ritual. It is the final key for the universe to unlock the full miracle and send your person rushing to you instantly. Claim your position as the chosen one. Save this sacred message right now to serve as eternal proof for the day they return. And do not forget to hit subscribe to keep maintaining this peak vibrational frequency. Your heart is open, the miracle has descended. Brace yourself to welcome a radiant love-filled tomorrow. Their craziest response is ringing your doorbell right now.